Hey guys, so it is 11:45 a.m. I am just about to start work, so this video will probably be up this evening. Vahey's Rants number 2. The topic of this will be why the popularity of bodybuilding is declining among the youth of Ireland. Now, any sport, any form of training is going to grow under its sphere of under its how big its sphere of influence is. Now, you go back 10 years ago, 15 years ago, there was the people who went to the gyms trained balls to the walls. They trained like bodybuilders. Even if they weren't bodybuilders, they trained like bodybuilders because that was the only avenue that was available in media. There was no men's physique or classic physique or essentially what I call the pussification of the gym culture in Ireland. And I'm not, that's not a knock. Like, because look, I know many physique guys, and I know a few classic bodybuilders and everything who put the work into it, but the majority of it is a case of lack of effort, lack of intensity, and that comes across very badly in terms of how bodybuilding is growing. Look, I go to a gym. There is single digits, maybe 2 or 3 bodybuilding competitors. I'm one of them. There's an RBBF judge in my gym. My friend Christian McAlinden is another one. That's 3 bodybuilding competitors in my gym. Now, it is this gym brand that 10 years ago would have had been full of bodybuilders. Tommy Staunton trains out of Raw in Town. You would have had people like Lachlan Gannon. You would have had people like Brian Hickey. You would have had people like, you know what I mean? Like fucking... It's sad because it's like, look, the world of the gym culture owes its success to the bodybuilding. Without bodybuilding, there would be no gym culture as we know it today. But why it's on a decline? I believe it's because of a few factors. Number one, people don't want to put in the effort. They don't realize that to be they like the look of the bodybuilders. No man is going to say, oh, I don't want to be a bodybuilder when they go to the gym. Look, every man likes looking jacked. Every guy goes to the gym with the effort of getting big. When they say, oh, I don't want to be too big, it's only because they realize, okay, it takes fucking effort to get big. You have to pump the food in. You have to have the genetics, number 1. You have to be able to train like an animal, number 2. Number 3, you have to be able to get in the correct nutrition. Never mind taking 100 milligrams of tren on any other day and taking a shot of test every 3rd day or taking some Deca. That's not going to fucking make you grow if you don't put in the effort. Don't pump in the food, and you don't train setting goals for yourself every session. But it's sad because men's physique guys are taking more gear than the majority of bodybuilding competitors, and they're relying on that to get them subpar results, and they're training with subpar intensity. And you know what, the fact is the majority of these guys would be under 25 years old. It's depressing to watch, and it's sad to see. And to be honest with you, I've trained with men's physique guys who want to train in men's physique, and they don't train. I haven't had a bodybuilding partner who's been able to hang with me for more than a week. Like, and to be honest with you, it's sad because like I like training with people. I like having the crack. Like when I'm in the gym and I'm not under the bar or pushing the weights, yeah, I'm joking around, I'm having a bit of banter, I'm talking to people. But when I'm under the bar, I am making sure I'm getting the maximum output of every fucking rep. And even when I'm chatting, I'm timing it because I know that time under tension and everything is going to create the results. But you get these new young guys, and their influences aren't Jay Cutler or Ronnie Coleman or Arnold. It's guys who have been in the gym maybe 2 or 3 years themselves, and the only reason these young guys are looking up to them is because they have a social media account, and they have an Instagram account, and you know, they think that's what they have to aspire to be. And to be honest, it's like the big fish in the small pond, you know? I mean, it's like, when you put it into the big scheme of things, they're going to be gone in 2 or 3 years. It's terrible. In terms of competition, they're not really competition. So, you know, that's another reason I tried to get this YouTube out there is, look, when I was 15 or 14 years old, I didn't have good internet. I had fucking dial-up internet. So my influence came from reading the magazines. I looked up to Jay Cutler. I looked up to comic books even. So the Incredible Hulk, bodybuilders like Jay Cutler and Kevin Levrone and whoever else, they were the guys who I looked up to and aspired to be. Flex Lewis and Flex Wheeler. Flex Lewis especially because he's like me, he's 5'6". He gave me the confidence because I'm a short guy myself. It's annoying because, look, I see these young guys and I look at them and I see, look, if only they would train with the maximum efficiency that their body can output, and they would eat properly and they would supplement properly and they would put the effort in, they could be great bodybuilders. I see guys with great genetics, but the problem is they don't want to do it because of the influence upon them is not from a bodybuilding standpoint. And as long as there is a lack of young bodybuilding influences, I don't think bodybuilding is going to continue to grow. So hopefully, I can get at least one person into the gym. Or, I have had a few people come up to me and ask me, what are you doing? Why are you training? You look great. And, it's great because for every one person I help, it's one person who's getting a positive out of it. And, I just want to spread the love. I just want to spread the positivity of what true bodybuilding is. It's not about taking a shot. It's not about taking supplementation. It's not about drugs. It's about proper eating. It's about setting goals for yourself. Discipline, which can be applied in every aspect of life. When you have discipline training, when you're training twice a day and you're doing 40 minutes of cardio on top of that, and then you're eating your meals, and that it can be applied to if you're in college and you're studying. You have 2 hours study, 1.5 hours study periods, and then you eat a meal, then you go back to study, and you set yourself goals like that. It fucking works. It works in every aspect of life. That's what bodybuilding is. And, it's sad. So, look, I hope some of you take it in. I hope some of you spread the word, share the video, and, get it out there. I mean, I don't want bodybuilding to keep declining. I mean, when I competed, there was a class of, I'm going to say, 20 plus juniors. And I came number 4th at the time. The next year, there was under 10. So, what does that say for the sport itself? It's like, I know tons of guys who want to do men's physique because they think it's easy. It's like, there's so many of them now. It's like, why not put some effort in, train some legs, train some back, and do some bodybuilding? I mean, it's not leaps. Look, it takes work, but Jesus, the results are satisfying as fuck. And to be honest with you, look, that's the end of the video anyway, because I've got my point across. Bodybuilding won't grow unless people like myself and other young people who are bodybuilders decide to promote themselves and decide to spread the word and the knowledge. So, Owen out. Have a good day. Train hard, eat right. Sun's out, guns out.